Hi guys!
Hey!
Welcome back to our channel, and this week we're going to be doing a Disney based Q&A, so enjoy. So I'm going to be reading all of the questions off my phone, so if you see me looking down, that's what I'm doing. Cool, so the first question we have is from Hayley Kanzler, and she has asked, if you were to go to any of the parks in Asia, which would you choose and why?
Okay, that's a pretty good question. Obviously we've never been to any of the parks in Asia, although they will probably be, hopefully not too long.
Yeah, I mean, our plan is to eventually, I know everyone says this, but like one day we want to visit all of the Disney parks around the world, and there are quite a few in Asia, so we'll be heading that way eventually.
Yeah, for me, I think I'd like to do Shanghai.
Yeah.
Although Tokyo looks pretty good, but Shanghai, just because the castle is just huge. Like, yeah. Apparently it's ginormous. And I really want to see that. That'd be insane. I
think I would probably say Tokyo. I want to go to all of them. Like the Shanghai Castle looks amazing, and mainly reason I want to go there is just because the merchandise they get in the Asia Disney parks are just incredible. Yeah,
but it's an outside company, isn't it?
Yeah, I know.
So it's like they're basically the park and the merchandise and the food are by two different companies. So the food is done by an outside company, so you get, like, for instance, we've literally just seen a burger with a bun, but the bun was Jack Skellington's face. It was a white bun with black eyes and mouth and everything. Yeah. It was amazing, and like, because it's an outside company, they do all that, so obviously they sell a lot more. Although I have been told that the food quality in Asia isn't as good.
Yeah, I mean, they look good, they look amazing.
That's all that matters. As long as we can get the Instagrams, I'll be hungry. I can be fine with that.
So the next question is from the handle name on Instagram, XX Sarah Buckley XX. And the question she's asked is, this is what it says: hiya, going to Colorado Springs next September. What's the best way to plan Disney/Universal for first timers and on the quick service dining plan? Question mark. Thank you, love your videos. Ah, oh, thank you. So Colorado Springs, firstly, you will have an amazing time. We've stayed in Colorado Springs and it's a great resort.
When are they going, sorry?
September.
This September? This
September. So there is going to be quite a lot of construction, so just bear this in mind, because they are building that massive new bit at the middle. But from what I've seen on the videos, as long as you're, from other people's videos, as long as you're in the quieter sections of the park, then they don't do construction during the evening.
No, so when you're there it'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean, you won't be at the hotel too much during the day anyway, so you shouldn't really be affected really that much. But yeah, we loved Colorado Springs so much when we went in 2016, so you will love the resort. Just trying to remember what you actually asked.
About planning Universal and Disney.
For first timers, yeah. What would you suggest?
For me, I think it would be, if it's your first time, you want to try and, whereas we know that actually we're not going to want to spend 2 days at this one park or whatever, so we'll actually we'll only spend part of the time in one park, so we know what we're doing. Whereas if it's your first time, I would recommend trying to get as much in as possible. So potentially, if it meant that you couldn't go to Magic Kingdom for 3 days, you could only go for 2, but you were going to get to go to Epcot for 1, I would recommend it, because, for instance, some people don't think they're going to enjoy Epcot. So family members say, oh, I'm not going to enjoy Epcot, it's rubbish. Then they got there and it's now their favourite park.
Yeah, I think what I would say for a first timer, obviously it's great to watch advice videos, and like we do a lot of things where we just chat about certain parts of parks. I wouldn't take too much advice on board, and the reason for this, if you watched, I don't know, our videos, and at one point we talk about, oh, we don't really like Hollywood Studios, it's our least favourite park, like you might then think, oh, I'm actually only going to have half a day in that park. I wouldn't go by people's suggestions as such, because you might go to Hollywood Studios and go, oh my god, this park is the best, why have I only planned to stay here for half a day? So on your first trip, I would just do whatever you want to do. Like, it's great to have people's tips on best places to eat and stuff, but when it comes to the parks, literally, like, if you think you need to have 3 days in Magic Kingdom, have 3 days in Magic Kingdom, because you want to experience it for yourself and see what you like the most and what you dislike.
I mean, if I was going first time again, I think I would try my hardest to do day by day at different parks. So Magic Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, Epcot, Animal Kingdom, Universal Studios, Discovery Cove, and I'd work through that, so that in the first week I've done everything, And in the second week, I can then go, well, actually,
I love this.
I love this so much. Let's make sure we have another 2 days there, or another 1 day there. Or I go, you know, I don't feel like there was much left at Hollywood Studios, or much left at this place. Let's not skip that one. Or, oh, let's do this, let's do that. That would be my definite recommendation. And advice would be as well for the Universal side of things. If you've got the park hopper ticket, which is more than a 1 day park ticket, you've a couple of days, you can get around both parks pretty easily in 1 day.
Especially
not
as you're going
every
in
ride.
September.
That's not what I meant.
Yeah,
every
she's
ride,
going in
yeah.
September, though. That's a
but
really
what I
good
mean
time to
is,
go.
you don't have to walk between them. You can literally go do a bit of Universal, get on the Hogwarts Express to Islands of Adventure, do Islands of Adventure, and then come back, and you can jump between the two if you plan things well and correctly. It doesn't take long at all, and the queues to do them isn't normally too long. So that's like a top tip.
And dining plan, you mentioned dining plan. We always say the dining plan is so worth it.
Yeah, it really is for us.
I mean, it is a bit more if you're paying for it. We got ours for free, but as we've said before, even if we didn't get it for free, we would pay for it, because it's just, you don't have to worry about anything. Like, you're already spending so much to be there, especially if you're coming from the UK. You might as well spend that extra just so you don't have to worry about food whilst you're over there.
If you have an idea of what kind of foods you like or you want to try, the Disney Experience app is amazing. So you can go on there and you can actually get the map up, and it'll come up with every place you can eat in Magic Kingdom or Animal Kingdom or wherever. You just zoom in, pick it, and it'll tell you what it's called, what they sell, and what's included in the dining plan, which is most of the stuff anyway. But yeah, that's definitely something worth doing, is working out where you're going to eat, because the last thing you want to do is be in Magic Kingdom and be like, oh, I don't want to eat here, because you can go to 4 or 5 restaurants and there won't be anything you like. Whereas if you know kind of where you want to be eating, you can base your days around it as well. So for instance, if you know you're going to be in Animal Kingdom for the day, you've got a few restaurants you can try and a few different places. So if you want somewhere more air conditioned, or you want something with certain food like ribs or whatever, you can plan your day to be near that or go to that at that point.
Yeah.
And that makes sense to us. It's planning. Just sit down day by day and write down what you're going to do that day, what you might want to eat, what you might want to ride, and then when it comes to it, you can plan everything down to a T. And planning is key. 100%. I'll never understand these people that can just rock up in Disney with no plans. I mean, those people are actual they're psychopaths. Mentals is what they are. Mental. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. I would be too nervous.
But thank you for your question, and we hope you have an amazing trip in September.
Enjoy Colorado Springs. We're so excited to go back there one day when it's all new.
I'm so excited for you. So the next question is from Pixie_M, and she has asked, do you book your Walt Disney World trips as a package or all separate? And who do you book with? Looking into planning a trip with my boyfriend next year or 2020.
Okay, so the times that we've booked as a package only because ease is much easier, and also we've been in a position where we've been able to afford it, because packages can be quite expensive, which we've obviously found out. This is the 3rd package holiday we've actually booked together, so you get everything involved, everything included, so flights, tickets, car hire, transfers, hotel, food, everything's included. Now,
and this is with Virgin, by the way.
Yeah, this is with Virgin Holidays or Atlantic or whoever. There is obviously Thomas Cook, things like that.
Pretty much everywhere do Florida Holidays now.
TUI or whatever they're called now.
Yeah.
And they are quite competitive, because obviously they all compete against each other to have the best prices. So if you go to one, go to another and just check them out. We've always gone with Virgin, just because of the ease of it, and we just find it's just the little extra bits and stuff which we've mentioned in previous videos about baggage drop off and 24 hours before check-in and twilight check and stuff like that.
I think now though, now that we've been a few times and we've done the package holidays, we've said that next time we go to either Florida again, or if we do, you know, a trip to Asia or a trip to California, we want to do it separately. Yeah. We want to book everything separately. I feel like, especially with Florida, we've been enough times now. We know like all the good things that need to be done and what needs to be included. So I feel like if we now booked it separately, we'd be absolutely fine and probably save ourselves quite a lot of money as well.
Yeah, you can save a phenomenal amount going through so booking your car separately for Alamo, buying your tickets for a different company, and all these kind of things. You can really save money. But I think if you ask me, If it's the first time, package.
Yeah.
If it's your second or third time, make your judgment call. If you are confident enough with all these documents and stuff, which I think we will be next time, then it's fine to have it all separate. But if you are the kind of person that worries and needs to have everything sorted and definite into one area, then a package holiday is best for you, really.
Yeah, I think
because everything's covered and done for you.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And if when we do book a kind of a separate holiday, we will do another video like this just to talk you through how we do it. 100%. Because we've never done it either, and we will be watching people who have done it. But we will film something in the future when we do get around to actually doing it. So the next question is from someone called Ashley Donald 90. And they have asked, who do you buy your park tickets from? I'm undecided whether to go with attraction tickets direct or Florida Ticks. Have you had experience with either? So as we've mentioned before, we only have ever done package holidays, so we've never brought tickets through external companies. However, we have heard Jez's phone. However, we have had a load of good things about Florida Ticks, and I think when we do our package holiday, not package holiday, when we pay for everything separately, we will probably go to Florida Ticks to check out what kind of stuff they do.
Yeah,
we have had good things.
I've been told by a few people that they are amazing. We've also heard from other people who do like YouTube videos and Instagram stuff that they use Florida Ticks. Although this attractions one before, we've
yeah, didn't we see that in Florida?
Yeah, we've seen them in Florida before, and I mean their prices didn't seem any different to what you'd expect.
I think most of the prices are pretty much the same, because at the end of the day, like, the companies don't want to lose out on too much money by selling them off for more, you know, less than what they've paid for. So in that aspect, I mean, I haven't really looked into it, but I imagine they're all pretty much the same price. You might
put it
get
this way, so long as you don't buy it on the door, you're gonna get a good, decent deal from somewhere. Don't buy tickets on the door. That's just crazy expensive.
Yeah. I mean, sorry, I haven't really given you much advice on this because we haven't really done it, but I would definitely check out Florida Ticks because that's what we'll probably be doing for next time. Yeah,
100%.
So this question is from someone called Liz Watts 78, and they have asked, hi, what new things are you most looking forward to / seeing or doing on this trip? So next week we will actually have a video where we will talk about all of the new attractions that we want to, you know, try this year that we've never done before. And
we've got previous videos on snacks and foods.
Yeah.
We'll give you a quick rundown. So obviously Pandora.
Yes.
Pandora is huge.
We've not done Pandora yet. So Pandora is something we're really, really looking forward to. I would personally more looking forward to Pandora than I am Toy Story Land. Don't get me wrong.
The ride
is
incredible though.
Toy Story Land. Yeah, but I think Pandora is going to be my kind of highlight of this trip. And I'm really, really excited for it. I don't know what you think.
Yeah, I am more excited for Pandora only because I don't know. I think I don't know. I'll decide when I get there. But I feel like Pandora, because it's so different. Like I don't know. We'll see. We'll see when we get there.
We've done. I know it's not the same, but like in Disneyland Paris, they have a Toy Story Land. I know Florida's probably going to be like
100 times better.
Yeah, but it's like we've kind of seen what Disney can do, whereas Pandora was completely a new thing.
I think it's the floating moments. I think it's just because it's so amazingly done. So that's exciting. I'm looking forward to things like Voodoo Donuts, stuff like that, and Universal, which is going to be amazing.
All of the videos that we've done on food
are going to be absolutely amazing. I'm looking forward to what else are we trying this new
was the
this
question
year?
New things?
Yes.
Or was it just new things?
So that's exciting. I'm excited about something silly. I'm actually excited about driving a different car this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's last time obviously we drove that Mustang. This time I'm getting a big huge Dodge kind of 7-seater minibus thing.
You'll see in the next few weeks.
Completely different kettle of fish. So I'm super excited and nervous about that at the same time. That'd be cool.
Yeah, but Liz, you need to watch our video next week because we'll be talking all this more in depth. So check out next week's video. We'll be talking about all the new things that we want to
We are obviously trying a new hotel.
Yes, we are trying a new hotel. In a couple of weeks when we go, we're staying in the Port Orleans Riverside Resort. So we've never stayed there before. So that's probably for us one of the things.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that because we get to get the ferry across to Disney Springs. And the boozy beignets.
I mean, not for me. I want the Mickey head beignets.
I am super excited for Port Orleans because it's going to be amazing. So yeah, that's probably the thing I'm most looking forward to is a new resort.
Yes. So this one is from someone called Lotta Bubs, BBZ. Don't know how you pronounce that.
Lotta Babes.
Lotta Babes.
I think it's supposed to be Babes.
Babes, okay. And she has said, "Hi Jez and Charlotte, for your FAQ video, are there any restaurant, quick service or sit downs that you'd recommend avoiding or doesn't live up to the hype it gets online? Love your channel. My partner and I have used your videos as a source of inspiration for our upcoming trip. All the best, Lottie." Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you for that. That's
that
a
was
lovely
nice.
message.
Good to hear that you guys are enjoying the videos.
Right.
To avoid, God. I know a lot of people say, I'm not going to agree with this, but a lot of people say Cosmic Rays food is really bad. I've never had that.
No.
I like Cosmic Rays. I wouldn't say it was any, like, I've had so many people slate it basically, and I just wouldn't agree. So go to Cosmic Rays. That's a good place to go. Magic Kingdom.
We're not good places.
I know, but I'm saying a lot of people slate it. But
yeah, I'm just trying to think of
what people say is really good, but it's not that good.
I've got one.
What?
Although I would fully recommend going, be our guest in the evening. We had a bad experience.
Yeah, we did.
So we actually didn't think that the food was great in the evening. We thought it was a bit undercooked and.
So I'll give you a breakdown, because I don't think I've ever talked too much in depth about this one. Basically, we had an appetizer platter for starter, and it was like breads, hams, cheeses, that type of thing. The bread was stale, like it was obviously stale, and we said, you know, this bread's not stale. And oh no, that's how we cook it. They like kind of toast it, but you could just tell it was stale bread. They didn't give us cutlery for like our main, and we had to ask for cutlery. And then it was like I had lamb. The lamb was cold, and it just, I don't know, it was just cold. I can't remember what you had.
I had the steak.
Yeah, I think your steak was.
Your steak was fine.
But it was just like little things like that. So you shouldn't have to ask for cutlery. Do you know what I mean? Like, I mean, the atmosphere in there is just incredible.
Yeah, but, well, you know us. We love our food and never leave a drop. But we left some of the bread. We left some of the. Yeah, I just wasn't impressed. But this is the thing: the food wasn't great. Our service wasn't amazing, which is really abnormal for anywhere.
Like over $100.
Yeah, it was really expensive. But being said that, if you're on a dining plan or not on a dining plan, don't go for dinner. Go for breakfast and lunch. It's free if you're on a dining plan, cheaper if you're not, and still the same atmosphere and experience. I just feel that actually for the price, you don't need to go in the evening. Go daytime.
Go for lunch or something and try that. We'd like to try breakfast or lunch at some point. I mean, as you said, the atmosphere will be exactly the same.
Yeah.
And you just get seated more than like a canteen style, I think, what it's like during the day. But yeah, that I'd probably agree with you on that one. It is good and I would recommend it, but it's just a bit. They have recently changed though, their evening menus.
Have they?
Yeah, they've like recently brought a new menu in, so it may be different, but it's just the service as well. I wasn't like blown away by.
But you can't, it's one person, you can't,
yeah,
you can't judge it on one person. Where else have we gone that I haven't found amazing?
I don't know, I just loved everything.
Yeah, we're very
just
biased.
Easily pleased, really, in America.
But no, but that's definitely one. I think that's fair. I think that's a fair comment.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's our tip.
So the next question is from someone called Jess Ellen Sarah, and they have asked, "Hey, love the channel. Could you give some information on how you guys go about tipping in America?"
Okay, so this one is a tripping point for a lot of people. So in America, tips are a given. If there's more than 6, I think it's 6 or more.
Oh, it's added on.
Yeah, 6 or more, it automatically gets added onto the bill.
You get that in the UK though sometimes.
Yeah, but it's every time in America, we found. With tips, I think a top tip would be always have cash on you, because it just makes the whole situation much easier. Being in English, we find it really awkward. I think everyone that's English finds it awkward.
Being in English,
it makes it really awkward to tip, because we don't do it, so we're not really used to it. So having cash means that you pay on your card, and when they leave, you just run away and leave some money on the table.
I mean, because Florida is quite touristy, if you go to somewhere like IHOP or anything on International Drive, IHOP actually had a section in their menu which was for tourists like us, being like how much you should tip.
Yeah, it's around 10%.
Yeah, I think, yeah, if we went to, I don't know though, because if we went to somewhere that was like, we paid like $30 in IHOP, we would tip more than $3.
Oh yeah, no, we would give more than $3. We basically go, when we go, we tip between 10 10 is a minimum normally that we would give. If
10%.
10% is the minimum we would give, just because if it's a really bad service, they haven't even bothered, so they've taken our order and then not even bothered coming back, or because although here it's a little bit different out there, when you go for a meal, they come back, they refill your drinks all the time, because or free refills.
You do get really looked after over there.
They come and ask you if you need new cutlery, everything's okay, and they are constantly looking after you. You know what I mean? If you want something, they'll go and get it for you, and a lot of the time it's a different way of doing things. So don't feel that you're being pushy or asking too much of them, because actually you're not in comparison to a lot of people that go across there. So we always give a minimum of 10% if they've not been great. If they've been outstanding, like we've had some outstanding people in IHOP before. We had this one man and he was amazing.
They didn't even like
he took like
our
9
order.
orders, went away,
I just remembered it,
came back and gave it to the exact person he took it from, and I was ordering like 5 things, you know what I mean? And everyone else, yeah, so with them kind of people we do tip a little bit more, sort of like 20% plus. So
it does completely depend on the server, and it's up to you. Like, don't feel pressured being like, oh god, this meal's gonna cost loads because we have to tip. Like, even if you just put like a few dollars down, like, they're not gonna not take it and be like, okay, well, get out of my restaurant. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's up to you how much you want to tip. Like, it's a given, you kind of have to tip over there. I'm not really sure like why that's a thing.
It's because their wages are so low and it's been done for so long that it's how it works. So like some people that work out there are literally, they're only making a few dollars an hour.
Yeah.
Whereas their tips make up the majority of their pay. Like their tips will make up 80-90% of their pay. Yeah,
so it's definitely worth having like a few fives. What would they call them?
Fives and ones.
$5 bucks.
$5 bills, a bucket of $1.
$5 bills there. They have like the five notes and like dollar notes, just so you can give them like a few dollars. Yeah, I wouldn't like stress and worry about it too much, just whatever you think is reasonable really.
Yeah, I think anything between 10 and 20% is fine.
Yeah.
I mean, and it sounds like a lot, but when you think about it, $10 on a $100 bill, that's pennies really. So actually $20 on a $100 bill, that's a little bit more, you know what I mean? And they get to keep it themselves, most of them, so obviously it's part of their pay. So,
but most likely, if you've paid $100 for a meal, then the server is most likely going to be, you know, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Basically, if you spend $100 on a meal, that server probably deserves to get $20.
Yeah, because they've been pretty good. You don't normally go to an expensive restaurant where the servers aren't very good. But then again, IHOP isn't expensive, and I was just amazed by him.
Yeah.
He was incredible. You don't have to tip, obviously, for counter service and stuff like that. So if you're in the parks and stuff, you don't have to tip any of that.
Like fast food stuff is absolutely
like
fine. It's more just table service.
I mean, obviously, if someone is going above and beyond for you, like dietary requirements and stuff, you can. People do. It's just nice. You don't have to.
Do people even tip at quick serve?
No.
Like, you would go to Casey's and tip them.
I've never seen them tip, ever.
They'd literally just take your order. It's like going, you wouldn't tip someone at McDonald's, would you?
No, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, definitely bear it in mind when you're working out how many dollars and stuff you want to take to just save a budget for tips.
Yeah, lots of 5s and 1s.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple of 10s, if it's going to be a nicer meal.
Okay, so the next one is from Main Street Princess DLP, and she said, if you could both be Disney characters in the park for one day, which ones would you each pick?
God. Disney characters. Not cast members.
Disney characters.
Okay.
I think I would want to be someone like Cruella de Vil, or like a villain, because yeah, to be a princess would be amazing, but just to be a villain, you could just have so much fun. You just give everyone a dirty look all the time, like Cruella de Vil or Maleficent, someone like that, and you'd literally just own it because you just.
I've got two that I'd want to be. First one, which is more likely, I'd want to be Gaston, just because he's awesome.
More likely, huh?
More likely to be Gaston. No, but more likely than the next one. Okay. Right? More likely because I would love to be Gaston, just because, well, he's pretty cool, and also like he literally just stands there and challenges people to push-up competitions, and just is a bit of a bumhole really. He's not very nice, and I love that. I think he's awesome. It's pretty much my personality. The other one I would love to be is one of the princesses, like fully dressed up in the dress with no sleeves or anything, right? Just from the tattoos out, right? No makeup, just like this. And I'd love that, because when anyone comes in, they'll be so confused.
You'd be a good Merida.
I'd just stand there like this when everyone walks in, flex it. I'd love it. It'd be quality. The little girls could be like, what? It was so funny. Oh no, Mary Poppins.
That would be good. Mary Poppins, y'all.
Yeah, yeah. Just stand there with my umbrella. That'd be quality. I'd love that. So yeah, Disney, if you're watching and you think, you know what, let's have a change, why not make one of the princesses 6'4" bloke? I think it'd be a good idea.
I mean, it's different. And the last question is from someone's Instagram tag of nourishing_roots. And they said, would you recommend going to Discovery Cove? And would you recommend venturing outside of Disney World if going for 2 weeks, in brackets, first time Disney Worlders?
Okay, so let's start with the Discovery Cove part of that question. Yes.
I would 100% recommend Discovery Cove.
What Discovery Cove does is it breaks up a holiday.
Yeah.
So if you're going for 2 weeks and you go in the middle, or 3 weeks and you go in the middle, you try and do that. What happens is it breaks up the holiday. It's like a holiday within a holiday. You go, you chill on the white sands. You get, even if you don't swim with the dolphins, which we recommend, you swim with the stingrays. There's a lovely river. You can go to the aviary and feed the birds. You can drink as much as you want. If you're over 21, there's alcohol as well for free. Eat as much as you want. You get meals throughout the day. Everything's included. All you got to do is rock up with yourself and your swimming shorts.
Yeah.
Take your speedos and you're ready to go. It honestly, it's like a tropical paradise, and it's limited numbers, so it can be mid-August and the parks can be 3-hour queues. Discovery Cove won't be busy.
It'll always be the same.
It'll always be the same.
With Discovery Cove, I mean, I always go to Florida with Disney in mind. Disney is my favourite. I could easily go to Florida for like a month and just stay on Disney property.
I reckon we could not leave property because there is a few chain restaurants on property as well.
However, Discovery Cove is always my favourite day. And I just don't know how that's a thing.
It's
Disney
amazing.
is my favourite, where Discovery Cove Day is just my favourite day.
I think it's because when you get back and you think of Magic Kingdom, you think of the 2 or 3, maybe 4, for us 5 times you went there across the time you're there. Discovery Cove was once, and every memory is from that one day. So yeah, it's just so great. We would really, really recommend it. Definitely do Discovery Cove. As Jez said, the Dolphin Swim is optional. You don't have to do it. It's slightly more expensive by, I think, like $30 or $40. I think. You don't have to swim with dolphins. There's also sharks. Yeah, there is actually. You got shark encounter, dolphin swim, and no shark encounters. I know, it's SeaWorld, but it's called shark encounter still. Shark encounter, dolphin swim, and you've also got the scuba diving thing as well. There's sort of 3 add-ons that you can do. I think there's like animal meets as well, where you can go and like meet some of their sloths and sort of feed them and be a zookeeper for the day or whatever. So they're add-ons, which obviously you can do. But there's hammocks and stuff there. Honestly, it's a tropical paradise. It's amazing, and it really is. It's just a beautiful place. It really is. Just breaks up the holiday. Now, for the second part of your question, 2 weeks, first timers. Would I leave Disney property? Yes, I would. Only because, I mean, don't be wrong. Right now, I could go to Florida and spend 4 weeks in Disney, and I wouldn't get bored. But my first trip, 2 weeks, so 14 days just on Disney property, lovely, amazing, but you're not going to experience the Universal stuff. If you're not a massive fan of the Universal stuff, like you don't really like Harry Potter, which I couldn't understand someone not liking Harry Potter. I don't understand about that. But if you don't understand Harry Potter, that's absolutely fine, and you don't like it, don't potentially go, but Universal is definitely worth doing, even if it's only 2 days. So you do 1 day in one park, 1 day in the other, and you spend the other 12 days in Disney. You'll be able to do Disney to the bone, which is nice. But yeah, I would recommend at least 1 or 2 days in Universal. Just 1, to break things down and up, and 2, because what happens if you decide, I'm not doing Universal, and then next year you do decide Universal, next trip you decide Universal, and you love it, and you're going to regret not going on your first trip. Yeah, I think if you're a big roller coaster person, Universal's also good to go to. I mean, Disney have their few roller coasters, but Universal have a lot more kind of thrill rides, and family rides. There's so much in Universal, but as much as I love Disney, I would definitely, especially for your first time, you have to go to Universal. You have to experience Harry Potter, which is just the best bit of Universal. Yeah. You do need to experience that. Also, going off property, you can visit the outlets. The outlet shopping is always a highlight of our trip. You get to experience things like IHOP and stuff like that. You can experience, a bit more America, touristy America, but still America. You can go shopping in Walmart and get all the crazy flavoured Oreos and fizzy drinks and stuff. Yeah. And you can go to, as Jess said, IHOP. Billions of places to eat on International Drive. But don't get us wrong, if you're not interested in all that stuff, you'll still have the most amazing, spectacular holiday staying on Disney property.
Yeah.
100%. I know families that get off the airplane, get on the magic shuttle, and they don't leave Disney property for 2 weeks. They get back on the magic shuttle and then come home to the airport. There's no need to get on or off or anything, because Disney have created this world that you can go in,
giant Disney
2
bubble.
weeks and never leave. You don't need anything. Everything you could ever possibly need, want or have or require, you can get in your hotel or parks. So you can do it, and I'm pretty sure one day we probably will.
Yeah, I would like to do just Disney one time. But yeah, I would recommend it. If you want to stay in Disney, go for it. But I would say venture out of Disney for, even if it's 2 days, just to explore. Florida has a lot of stuff, so go out and explore it basically.
So yeah, that's another video finished, which is awesome. We are getting closer and closer to our holiday. This one going up, we're about 8-9 days away.
Very close.
So it's ridiculous. So yeah, if you're sitting there and you've never watched us before, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Go check out our Instagram and give us a follow, because over the next few weeks from now, it's going to be flooded with pictures of us on holiday, loads of pictures of our food, and loads of pictures of Mickey Mouse. Just go check it out, give us a follow, and yeah. So we'll see you in next week's video.
Thank you for sending in all of your questions, by the way. It's been lovely to read through what you guys want to know, and I hope you've liked the answers we've given you.
Yeah. Anyway.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
See you later. Bye.